Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now listen, it's been a long day. I just pulled up, but I gotta film this here video before I go in the house and kick back for the national championship. Somebody sent me a question about the Ryan Davis, the comedian named Ryan Davis. He went on Club Shay Shay, so he has officially made it. You know, maybe he feel like he had already made it because he produced them a special. And I don't know too much about him. I've seen some of his jokes, and you know, kind of like one of the comedians that's like an acquired taste. Just how all comedians are really. It's like not everybody's gonna be funny to everybody, and he reminds me a little bit of Kev on stage in the sense of very unique in their comedy, but the longer they do it, the bigger and bigger they're gonna get, and eventually he'll be a household name just because you can always carve out a little sector for you. And the question was, hey, did you see what he said about his daughter? And I did see that clip. Somebody sent it to me on Instagram, and he was saying that his daughter went from I love my dad to let me see what I could get out of him. And it showed a picture of his daughter. And little girls are very smart, but I'm in the home with my sons, and I have an 18-year-old who now is a freshman in college, and my 11-year-old is still home, of course, and just came back from soccer tournament with him. And I think the thing that men have to understand, and men like Ryan, is that a child doesn't see love the way we see it as an adult. And a child doesn't see a relationship the way we see it as an adult. And a child doesn't understand co-parenting. A child doesn't understand breakups, divorce, baby mama, baby daddy. And when that child is asking, like, hey, can I have this? Can I have that? Can we go here? Can we go there? That is actually a child's way of loving. Because if a child doesn't love you, and if a child fears you, or if a child doesn't want to be in your life, that child don't want nothing from you. That child don't want no candy. That child don't want Disney World. That child don't want nothing from you. When a child feel like you don't love them, and a child feel like you're not safe for them, it don't matter how much money you got. That child don't want to be around you. And I'm a life coach dealing with 7 to 12 adults a day, hearing about their childhood trauma. And what the brother Ryan, what he has is childhood trauma. And he may not realize that he still has childhood trauma, and that's why he kind of projecting and misunderstanding. And I made that mistake too as a father. Like, I would teach lessons and say stuff online, and some of it would really hurt my oldest son because he thought that I was taking shots at him while I was talking about him. And I would be addressing men as a whole, or young men as a whole, and he would really take it personal. And children go through their own things. They go through their own battles. They go through their own spiritual warfare. But the thing that we have to remember as an adult is we are older, we are wiser, and we have to be more mature. So when I see something like that, what I look at it is, I see it as an adult man socially abusing a little girl. And I see it as an adult man gaslighting that little girl. Because when she is old enough, she looked 10 to 13 in the picture that they showed. So obviously she's still living, because he would have said, I'm sad that she passed away. So she's gonna see that clip, and people gonna send her that clip. Her friends gonna send her that clip and say, hey, your daddy say all you want to do is use him. And then she gotta feel that. She gotta go through that. And yeah, she may get it and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Dad. I apologize. Because I think I saw a post that said him and his daughter went to spend time with his mama. And then he also did that with his mom, talking about whatever about with his mom. And I get it when you want to share your life stuff and all of that. But one thing I've learned being a father, being 41 years old, is as men, we got to be able to go to our family members. We got to be able to go to our mama, go to our kids, go to our wife, significant other, and express what's on our heart and mind to them directly. And as far as the world is concerned, we got to be able to shield them, because now his daughter got to go to school, and whether he will admit it or not, or whether she would even tell him or not, she's going to get bullied in school, because everybody going to say, hey, your daddy don't even love you. Your daddy say all you want to do is use him. When what he don't realize is not that she want to use him. Is that some people, if they being raised in any form of poverty or scarcity, or they're not getting a lot of things that other kids get, it make them want that. But it doesn't mean that they don't love you and they don't appreciate you. And even as adults, like, I've had situations as an adult when I'm dealing with a business partner or investor, to where I'll become like that scarcity minded person, to where I'm like, how much can I get? 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 And it was time where I'm feeling like, man, I'm using these people. Like, I'm getting over on these people. But then what I realized is, no, that actually was developing a love and a respect that I kill for those people. Like, literally, I will literally kill somebody for the people who have sold into my life and sold into my business and really helped me when nobody else would. Like, I'll give my kidney. And so what I realized is that was developing love. Like, a gift is also a love language. And I remember my youngest son, like, he was playing this video game, and he would always come to me and be like, hey, Dad, can I have $5? Hey, Dad, can I have $3? And he would hand me the phone, and it would be to buy a new character, a new skin, a new this, a new that. And he had a little game he was playing, and I earned 7 figures, so it's a little different for me. But I guesstimated that I spent over $3,000 on that game. So I think the game is called Zuba. Zuba, y'all need to send my money back. He ended up getting hacked too. So somebody got that whole $3,000 something, and it was a little kid. Now, I had money not to waste or not to blow, but it was for my son. But what I realized, though, is it's not that my son was using me. It's that he saw Daddy as the one who takes care of him. He saw Daddy as the one who, he goes out and he works hard and he makes a living so that he could take care of me and my brother and my mom. And he gives us what we want. So he saw his mom cars, his mom jewelry, he saw the house that we live in. He saw his brother get to go here and go there, go to England to play soccer, go this, that, this, and that. And so for him, all he wanted was them little $5 whatever. But the thing about it is I come from like very humble beginnings. So I felt like, man, I got so much money, I don't know what to do with it, to where he'll come and ask me like, hey, Dad, can you get me some of the points where I could get a skin? And instead of spending $5, I spend the $99. I get the $99 package, because I couldn't feel it. It wasn't like any real money to me. And he was like, whoa. But then eventually he grew out of it. Like he grew out of it. It put him in a place where he was just like started hitting the button and buying it, buying it, buying it, buying it. And it was like it was a couple weeks that I seen like he spent over $1,000 on the game without asking, and then that's when we had to crack down on him. We had to get down, get with him, and then he stopped doing it. And then he started to learn the value of a dollar. And what I had to realize is that it's not that he was trying to use me. It's not that he didn't love me. It's not that he was trying to get over me. It's that he was a kid. And he don't understand what a dollar is, because he don't understand what a job is. He don't understand what $10 is, what $100 is. And I remember one time he didn't understand what money was, is because he came to me one time and he was like, "Hey, Dad, can I get this?" And I almost could cry right now thinking about it. He was like, "Dad, can I get this right here? Can I spend some money on my game?" And I was like, "Son, you gotta spend your own money. Go to your room, go in your piggy bank, and you gotta spend your own money. This right here is $100." And that boy went to his room and he got two $50 bills, and he came back to me and he handed me that $50 bill. Man, I'm about to cry just thinking about it. And it, cause it hit me, and I'm like, he doesn't understand what money is. Like, this game is his outlet. This is his joy. And this boy will spend $100 for some skins on a game that's gonna be fleeting. And then I know people say, "Well, oh, that's your responsibility. You gotta teach him. You gotta teach him." And what people don't understand is that my wife taught me this. You teach a child what they need to learn in the seasons that they learn it. The mistake that we make as adults is we try to put a 30-year-old perspective on a 10-year-old child, a 40-year-old perspective on a 10-year-old child. And we try to force a child to have a tough life and a rough life. And we try to make them go through the trauma we went through or get the lessons that we got. And we try to say, "Oh, well, I went through this and I made it." And so we try to recreate trauma and recreate drama and recreate stress and recreate life lessons, and not realizing that we're supposed to make their life easier. We're supposed to make their life more comfortable. We're supposed to be able to give them money, spend money on them, ball out of control on them. But then in the right time, teach them about character, dignity, love, respect, work ethic. So now my son is 11, so now I could teach him like, "Hey, son, Daddy just did this right here deal, and I had to do this, and I earned $500,000. And he's like, "Wow, whoa." Because now he's a straight A student in math, and he understands numbers, and he understands money now. And now it's starting to hit him. And like my 18-year-old, he didn't cost me nothing his whole life. And he just like started to realize like between 16 and 18 that we was quote unquote rich, because of his friends started to tell him like, "Hey, like if you notice, none of the rest of us have ever flown on a private jet. Like none of the rest of us have a Mercedes Sprinter van that we get driven to practice in. Like none of the rest of us have all of these things that you have. Like you're rich." And he go to school with what I thought was rich kids. But for some reason they look at his life differently, and they don't understand it. Just, I spend my money differently. Like your dad has $1 million worth of whiskey. I'd rather $1 million worth of cars. Like your dad plays golf and gambles on an app. Like I'd rather fly private for convenience and quickness than to spend that amount of money traveling the world hunting and golfing. It's like, no, your daddy got as much money as I got. He just spend it on different things. He on Epstein Island probably. And I just don't have a desire for that. Like I don't have a subscription to none of the porn sites. I don't smoke weed. I don't golf. I don't gamble, not in no real way. Like I get on a little app, mess around with my son, but I don't gamble. I don't have those other things. I don't have a robot. I'm not into tech. I'm filming on an iPhone 12. Like it's iPhone 17 out. So I had to help my son understand, like, man, we ain't got no more money than your friends. It's just that I spend my money differently. So they get to see my money more, whereas they money might be put up in a closet or in some gadget or in some other thing that they like, that they into. But we don't get to see that because he's indulging in it personally. And so my son now has cost me a lot of money, and now he get to live a different life. Like semester of college is $15,000, and he want to get tattoos. The tattoos come to $5,000. He want to get some grills. Them grills $6,000. We ain't got them yet. You know, he in second round of braces. So now instead of $5,000, it's $10,000. And so cost in different ways. You know, he wanted to go to England and play soccer. So that cost me $50,000. We lived over there in London and Manchester and paying these trainers and paying these clubs and doing all of that. Going to these Premier League games, you know, $25,000, $3,000 to go get the tickets to the game. And so he got to live a different life. But guess what? I've never heard my son curse, never smelled weed on him, straight A student. He's never had a girlfriend. He's not gay. He tells me he's a virgin, and I believe him because I was out there, so I feel like I'd be able to pick it up if he was out here having sex or sleeping around. And anything he does, he tells us. Like we went to Cancun, him and two of his homeboys and us as a family. Everything they did, even the stuff we didn't want to hear about, he told us. And he's very transparent. He can't lie. My oldest son has never told me a lie. Never caught him in a lie. Like he will not lie. He will take any whooping, any punishment. One time he was grounded for 5 months. No phone, no video game. He probably the only kid in America that lives in a loving household that went 5 months, no phone, no video game. Gotta be one of the toughest kids in the world. But yet, have had experiences like flying from Tampa to Jacksonville on a private jet to his soccer game, getting off the private jet, having his teammate and his family with us, and having 2 Ford expeditions for each family to get in when we get on the tarmac, ride to the game, win 6-0, drive back to the private, to the FBO, get back on the jet, fly back to Tampa, get out the jet, get home, change clothes, and go to the Super Bowl to watch Tom Brady win the Super Bowl in a luxury suite in Tampa. Like my oldest son has had those experiences, but yet is still humble. And so that's why I want like men to understand you have to get out your feelings when it comes to providing for your kids. Don't ever feel like your kids getting over you, getting over on you, or using you, or only want you for money. That is a love language. That's a literal love language. And that shows them love. You can't have sex with your child. Your child don't understand you sitting with them talking their head off. Your child don't understand love in the way that you understand love. Your child don't understand appreciation and gratitude and working a job and money the way that you understand that. When your child says, can I have these AirPods? Can I have this iPod? Can I have this iPad? Can I go to this jump center? Can we go to Disney World? Your child is asking you for love, time, and attention. But just because you're spending money doesn't mean that's all they want from you. That's not what your child wants from you, because you doing for them is them knowing and seeing that you love them. No different than like a man. If we get with a woman, we ask her for sex. Well, she has a headache every other day. She's bloated every day. But we ask for sex, and then we want sex again. We want sex again. We want sex again. So she could say, hey, all he wants from me is sex. And all he want to do is use me for sex. But we look at that as connection, as intimacy, and as love if we love her. And so you have to understand that everybody experiences love differently. And everybody expresses love differently. And the way a child experiences love is different than the way an adult experiences love. And the way a child understands love is different than the way an adult understands love. But a child doesn't even have the wherewithal to truly manipulate for money. Like, yeah, they could do it and we label it as manipulation, but the child is looking at it as, this makes me feel good. All they don't understand call and response. They don't understand cause and effect. They don't understand every action has an equal or greater reaction. What they don't understand is dopamine. And so when they get that new gift or they get to go to that place, their brain releases, dumps dopamine into their bloodstream, and they feel extremely happy. And that came from daddy's money or mommy's money. But they don't see it as daddy's money or mommy's money. They see it as, daddy did this for me or mommy did this for me. We see it as, you're asking for money because we had to go work for that money and that money cost us. It cost us something. They don't know the value of a dollar because they've never had a job. So you can't expect your child to understand money and how money works and how money spends, and you can't get in your feelings. And one thing I realize is that us as men, and I've been through this, so I'm not bashing the brother. I'm just using this as a teaching lesson for every other man, because every man gonna go through it. I've went through what the brother talk about. Like, there was times to where I was like, when my oldest son, I'm like, oh man, you know, you don't love me, or you don't appreciate me, or you this and that. You probably hope I die. You probably wish I died. Like, it was time I was going through my own mental health issues. And I'm thinking these things, and I'm, you know, and I said to a version of that. And I remember my son came to me one time and he said, Dad, he said, never once in my life ever, no matter how mad you made me, never have I said, I wish my dad wasn't here, or I wish my dad would die, or I wish my dad this, or I hate my dad. He said, never once. And I remember when he was young, the principal, he could have been 11 or 12, the principal called me. He said, hey, I just want to let you know something. In the leadership council, we went around and we had to write a paper about who is a leader to you. He said, most people, you know, a black kid may say Martin Luther King, you know, or something like that, or their favorite athlete. He said, your son put you. He said that you the greatest leader that he knows. Man, I broke down in tears. I was boo-hoo crying. And he said, I just want to let you know that. I said, man, that thing hit me so hard. And I went through things after that, and I kind of pushed them away or took out what I was going through on him, stuff me and his mom would go through, and he bore the brunt of that. And now I'm spending that time making up for that year or 2 year span that he went through as a teenager, where I wasn't myself and I let the stress of the world get to me. And I'm sharing this for the brother Ryan and for every other brother out there. Don't wage spiritual warfare against your children. Never take anything personal from your children. Never feel used, never feel unappreciated, never feel disrespected. What you have to realize is that you are the adult. You are the older of the two. And that child is either expressing pain or joy. Whatever they expressing, they expressing pain or they expressing joy. They either are expressing love or they're expressing self-hate. It's not a hate for you. They may actually internalize and hate themselves because you didn't see their mother as fit enough to be with her. And so they feel less than, and they feel unworthy of your love because you're not with their mother. And so as an adult, and especially as a man, you gotta seek to understand, then be understood. And you gotta remember that a child is not an adult. A child does not have the understanding, the recognition, the wherewithal, the mental capacity as an adult. A child just wants love. A child just wants peace, pleasure, happiness. You know, I work with a boys program, and the boys, they will see me do for them and, you know, go in the store, get whatever you want, you know, and they get all their snacks, all their soda, juice, candy, whatever. And you would think that they would be grateful and say, oh, he's done enough, I don't want nothing else. No, they ask for everything. They want, Coach, can you get me some shoes? Coach, can you get me some clothes? Coach, can you get me this? Coach, can you get me that? Coach, can you donate to my team? Coach, can you do this? Coach, can you do that? And it's really, they looking at it, and I was getting offended. And I remember my son went with us sometimes, and he was like, Dad, these guys don't appreciate it. But you know what? I didn't get offended because I'm a Christian. And that's how we do Christ. If you're not a Christian, that went over your head. But I want you to spend some time with that. Christ said to me, you upset? You don't feel they showing enough gratitude? You feel used? Imagine how I feel. Christ said, I came and I died on the cross when I could have looked at every single person who put hands on me and with a single look took their breath out their body. But I allowed them to beat me and to crucify me so that you might have life, and life more abundantly, life eternally. And yet, you break my heart every day. You sin every day. And you will sin and with a straight face turn and ask me to bless you financially, bless you emotionally, bless you spiritually, bless you mentally. But yet you continue to sin and sin and sin and sin. See, the Holy Spirit said that to me. And I'm like, wow. So I shifted my mindset and I said, you know what? These young men, like, it's not that they don't respect me. It's not that they don't appreciate me. In this very moment, they may actually love me. But it's that they've never been given to in this capacity by a man. They've never met a man who opened his heart and opened his wallet and showed them love with no strings attached. Because their fathers, the ones who do it, their father not in their life. So in these moments where they asking me for a new pair of shoes or for this or that, they actually are experiencing love. And so every time I buy them food, like I buy them food and instead of just getting one item, they want 3 items. Can I have pizza, wings, and a 2-liter? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that because this is how my sons live. Like my sons get to live like this. This their life to where it's normal to them. But these young boys, unless they make it in the world, this will never be their life. Like their mom has never been able to say that. Their dad has never said that. So I'm like, let me give them something that they've never had. And then the ones who have had it, And the ones who their dad is in their life or their mom is in their life on a whole nother level and just can really do for them, they don't ask me for a thing because they complete, they full, they have it, they got it, they could touch it, they could access it. So those families, they'll bring snacks and gifts and stuff to the program because they're like, you doing for us. Like, you helping us, let us give back. But if somebody never seen that, they never received that, we'll look at it and we'll say, oh, they ungrateful. But what we don't realize is they've never been given to. Like, they don't understand. All they understand is lack. All they understand is scarcity. Like, all they understand is people using them, getting over on them. People trying to use them for their talent. People trying to use them for whatever. People trying to get close to them so they could sleep with their mama. Coaches trying to sleep with their mama. Like, that's all they used to. That's all they know. So I come and I show them something different. Yes, we doing the boys program again. This year we got 9 trips instead of 5. The link is in Tony Gaston Family Foundation. The link is in the description. God has blessed you. Please keep us in mind. Say the link. Even if now is not a good time, say the link. You never know when the Lord might pour out in your life and put us on your heart. And every dime go to the program. Every dime. I don't take a salary. I don't live from it. Every dime go to these boys. As y'all know, I'm good. I'm taken care of. And so, but instead of me having to take everything in my family, we do put in. And my wife, sometimes she's like, man, you put a lot of money into that. Man, you got to spend a lot. And I'm like, well, I wasn't able to raise it all. So, you know, I still got to cover. Not only do we already donate, but whatever we short, I got to come out of pocket because I gave these boys my word. And that program costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. And me and my wife probably give $200,000 to $300,000 away a year to people in need. People we know personally. We don't just, and we give a little bit online to like random GoFundMes that we don't know the people. We don't know if it's a scam or not, but we just do it and count it all joy and chalk it up to the Lord. And I'm not sharing that to brag or to share alms or anything like that, but I'm sharing that to make a point to say this is what we all need to be doing, like giving and sowing to the best of our ability to where we know it's going somewhere productive and effective. But to the men, and also maybe some women needed this, to the fellas, don't take it personal. Like, I could hear that brother was hurt, and I know what he feeling. I done been there. It was a time I'm looking at my youngest son. I'm like, man, this kid don't even love me, man. This kid just using me. And then when I said, son, you don't even ask me, when you text me, you don't even say, hey, Dad, how are you? But the thing about it is, he started saying, hey, Dad, how are you? And then would say, hey, Dad, can I have $20? So I'm like, I got him saying, hey, how are you? Because that means something to me, but to a kid, it doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm his dad. I'm his provider. And it's not meant for him to understand every aspect of it. Like, people get mad about Santa Claus. Like, I still had my son at 11-year-old talking about Santa Claus. Like, he probably knows Santa is not real. But I don't care to take the glory. I don't care to say, no, I bought these gifts. Because it ain't about that. And I had to learn and I had to grow and I had to realize one day he gonna understand. And I would rather it hit him like a tidal wave at an age that he can understand and comprehend than me trying to hit him in the head with a tsunami at an age that he can't wrap his mind around what I'm even talking about. And so all it'll tell him, all he will understand is that I'm angry at him and I don't want him to ask me for anything. And that could take and cut a language of love, a line of love between he and I. It can sever it right in that moment. Because I got in my feelings and I'm projecting onto him from my inadequacy, and I'm thinking that he is intentionally trying to use me because I'm conflating what a woman might do, a grown woman who may be a baby mama or a jump off or a girlfriend, what she might do to me as a man. I'm putting that on a little boy or a little girl and saying this is what they doing. Like my wife just wrote me and she was like, I mean not wrote me, she showed me my niece text and said, can we, for her birthday, if we get her something for her birthday, can we help her with these extensions she want to get? One is $495 and one is $525. And I think she'll probably be turning maybe 20 years old or something, 19 or 20. I think she'll be turning 19. She'll be turning 19. And it's like, she's 19. She's a teenager. I told my wife, no, I'm like, you know, she needs to understand we don't give the $500 birthday gifts for adults. We did that when they was kids, when they was teenagers, because they was in high school. But she an adult now. She got a job. Like I don't give adults $500 birthday gifts like we did when they was kids. Then with their mom, and their mom didn't have a lot, so we tried to do extra. But then I had to look, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, can I even say no? Like me saying no would just be me saying no to say no. Like, cause I got the $500, so I would just be saying no just for principle, just to say no. And I'm like, that $500 ain't gonna hurt me. I ain't gonna miss that $500. I lose $500 when I go to sleep at night. It might be under my bed somewhere. It's like, not literally, but y'all get what I'm saying. But when I look at it from her perspective, she is one of two nieces. I only got one sister. I only got one sibling. So I only got two nieces. So she looking at it like, my uncle is rich. My uncle is a celebrity. My uncle made it. Like, I get to go to my uncle and ask him for what I can't go to my mom and ask for, what I can't go to my dad and ask for. Like, my uncle is almost like my dad because I don't have a relationship with my dad. So when I look at it from her perspective, it's not that she's trying to use Uncle Tony and Auntie Cherie. It's that she see that we blessed and we in a different position in life, and this is like her only opportunity to have like something this luxurious or something she want that's this expensive, and it's one special day out the year, and that's her birthday. And so, and I could talk about this because, you know, my niece, them, they don't watch my videos. They don't, and these kids, they not finna watch, they not finna be on a video 35 minutes. They can't, their attention span probably a minute long reel at the most. But, and they grown too, so it's a little different. But I say that to say, I want y'all men to understand, and women, if y'all need to understand this too, understand we have to stop projecting on these kids. And we have to stop taking stuff personal from these kids. These kids just want love. They just want love. They just want to experience some safety, some softness. They just want to experience some pleasure, some luxury. They want to partake in. And one thing I realize is that we do that as black people. When we come from nothing, we should want our kids to have everything. But we want to teach our kids to struggle instead of understanding we walk so they could run. We run so they could drive. We drive so they could fly. It's like we fly so they could dream. Mars and Pluto and the moon, like, I got a friend who is a third generation, will be a third generation billionaire. Or really a second generation billionaire, because I don't even know if his grandfather was a billionaire when his grandfather passed away. But his grandfather started a company, and they white. And one thing I noticed is that white people don't cheat their kids out of nothing. Like, they let their kids live to the fullest capacity that they can. Like, my friend get to, as a grown man, nearing 40, gets to fly around the world on his dad's private jet card. His dad, even though he has money of his own now, he get to spend his dad's money. At 40 years old, he still get to spend his dad money. he still get a bank account with his dad. He still get a credit card with his dad. And when he got to do something big, he get to spend his dad's money. But as black people or people of color, it might be more than black people, minorities, whatever, people of color, whatever we call today, whatever you call yourself, stay out my comments with all your we not a minority, hush. Call you whatever you call yourself. Minority don't bother me. Like, the first will be last and the last will be first. That means the minor will be the major. I'm okay with it because I have self-love and self-confidence. I don't take offense to what nobody else think. But us, we want to kick our kids out of the house 16 years old, 18 years old. We want to kick them out of the house. We want to be done with them. But white people allow their kids to stay in their house till they 50 years old if they want to. Save all the money you want to save. Buy the biggest house you want to buy. And we'll put the down payment down for you. And guess what? Them ones that we see like that, they don't become degenerates. 9 out of 10 of them, they don't become degenerates. Guess what they do? They go and be a hedge fund manager. They go and be a CEO of a $1 billion company themselves because they weren't taught scarcity. They weren't taught lack. They weren't taught to shut up, sit down, shut up and be quiet. Mind your business. Stay in a child's place. They weren't taught to shrink. They weren't taught to hate themselves. They weren't taught to not ask the people that brought them into the world for money. Like, you should be happy your child wants you for money. What else is your child supposed to want you for? Sex? Like, they want a hug. They want a kiss on the cheek. They want to go to the movie with you. The movie costs money. They want to come over to your house and watch TV. The TV costs money. The cable costs money. The food costs money. What else is your child supposed to want you for? A lecture? A pen and a pad? A school book? Like, what are they supposed to want us for other than money? When they get to an age to where they can make money, now they want us for a lecture. Now they want us for shade tree conversations. Now they want us for nothing trips to just talk. Now they want us for just quiet, quality time. Now they want us to just be in their presence. And they don't need a toy. They don't need a movie. They don't need no money. They don't need none of that. Why? Because now they understand. But they're gonna look back and they either gonna see you projecting onto them from your childhood trauma or your anger or your self-hate, or they're gonna see you loving on them in the language that you could, in the way that you could. And they're gonna see, wow, all I did was ask my dad for money. I barely asked him how he was. I barely said thank you. And I just kept going back. Money, 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 money. And they're gonna see that. But when they look and they see that you gave it, you gave it, you gave it, you gave it, you gave it because you had it. And then if you didn't have it, you say, hey, I don't have it. Like, it's tough times right now. Like, I don't even have that kind of money right now. Like, I'm working, trying to make it. And when you tell them that, guess what? They're gonna be like, oh, my daddy don't have the money. Money is hard to make. Oh, money don't grow on trees. Oh, money. And then they learn from a soft, cool, calm, collected no. They start to learn the value of money. But that no is not out of stinginess. That no is not out of anger. That no is not out of projection. That no is not out of trauma. That no is not out of malice, out of selfishness. That no is not out of any place other than my bank account doesn't have it. And that's all they need to know. And that's all. And you'll realize they'll move on so fast. Like they won't even care when you can't give it to them. When you say no, they won't even care. They'll be like, oh, okay. Like my boys program, the boys, when they ask me for something and I say I ain't got it, they say, oh, it's cool, coach. That's all right, coach. You done did enough. And they understand. But they just asking because they like, well, if he got it, I want to go to him because this one person I know that look out for me and he not touching on me like that other coach did. That other coach touched my private area. That other coach said something to me that was disrespectful. That other coach cursed me out. That other coach called me out my name. He don't do none of that. So I'm going to go to him because I feel safe. And if he say no, I don't care at all. I don't mind at all. And guess what? They'll come back again later. Hey, coach, can I have this? Hey, coach, can you do this? If I say again, hey, I ain't got it. The foundation, we empty right now, man. We just spent the last little bit we had helping your mom or helping this other family or doing this or doing that. Oh, it's all right, coach. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I appreciate everything you did. Just like that. And that just melt my heart. And then, boom, I go look, and one of y'all done made a donation. And then I go in, process it, do the transfer, get over there. Then, boom, just unexpectedly, boom, send the young brother a cash out. Hey, man, get you some food. Hey, here go the help with it, with your, for some new shoes, new clothes. Here go some new T-shirt. Like, I remember I took one of the young men to get a new outfit. And he changed that outfit right then. Didn't even have a chance to shower. Changed that outfit, left the tag on it, let the tag hang out, and wore that outfit over and over and over and over. It was almost as if a man never took him to buy a new outfit. And I started to realize, I said, you know what? People operate from where they are. Like, it's been families that done came and then got, and then boom, just to leave and go to another program. Don't even say thank you. Like, we done help families get into programs to where they end up getting 6 figures. They don't take from the 6 figures and say, hey, let us make a donation to Tony Gaskins Family Foundation. And you know what? I realized I can't be mad because they done had so much hard times. They done had so many struggles that they looking at this as like, this is gonna end one day. So I gotta hoard everything I get. And you ever notice that when you around somebody who like in their 60s or 70s or 80s, and it's like they a hoarder, and you like, why are you keeping all this stuff? Like, why do you have all this stuff? Like, why don't you get rid of this? Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't need all of this. But it's because they grew up with so little. They had so little that they're like, man, I'm not giving nothing away because I done been evicted so many times. I done been without so many times that I'm keeping every little thing because I finally got a place to stay. And I know people like that. And it's people that I help, you know, me and my wife, and we pay their rent, you know, $2,500. It's people we pay their car notes, you know, $1,000, $1,100, $2,500. Like, we pay car notes, we pay rent, we pay mortgages, we do all of that. And you will think like somebody will take and say, hey, let me take this little bit that I get and let me take and send them like a handwritten thank you card or do this or do that. And we won't even get that. Like, and then some people will show gratitude, but it's probably like after they been heard or say something, hey, Bella, Hey, Bella, what you doing, girl? They'll be done heard us say something about it. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You want me to shower first? Okay. And I showered our water heater. Sometimes you shower too long, the next shower be lukewarm. I have to add another heater. And so they'll hear somebody else say something, or they may hear about it, then they'll come try to, show some love. But it's like I had to come to the place to where I stopped expecting gratitude, because and I had to realize that what I'm doing, I gotta see this the way Jesus sees this. The way Jesus sees a gift is obedience to his Father. Because we cheat on him and we lie to him and we hurt him and we sin daily. But yet his mercy is new every day. His mercy is extended over and over again. Every day his mercy is extended. And so I had to realize, like, I got to look at it like this, because it's not that I need to stop giving. It's not that this person doesn't appreciate me. It's not that this person, doesn't realize what I'm doing. It's not that. It's that their life has been so hard and they've had so little and they've gone through so much and they've lost so much and they've been hurt so much. They've been lied to so much that what I'm doing for them, they can't even process it. Like, they can't even understand. Like, they don't even get it. They're like, what is this? Like, who is this? Like, why is he doing this? Like, why is he doing this? How is he doing this? What does he want from me? Like, what is he going to ask me for? When do I got to pay this back? Like, what is this? And they looking at it like, they so caught up in receiving. It's like a never-ending Christmas. It's like, but one thing I know about the heart is that it's turning into love. It's turning into love. They're feeling love and they're developing love and appreciation. And then me taking and directing the glory to God, that they start to see Christians differently. And they realize that not every Christian is who Drewski was emulating. That there's other Christians that are givers, that will bend over backwards, that will go out of their way, that will, and guess what? I let people take advantage of me. Like, I let people think that they taking advantage of me, because I feel like when I give to somebody, I feel like that's like the ocean giving somebody a cup of salt water. Like, but let's just pretend that it's drinkable. Or like the ocean giving somebody food, like fish to eat. Like the ocean giving somebody a tuna or whatever it may be, a sea bass, whatever it is. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, the ocean doesn't keep score of how many tuna we done caught out of it and we eating, because the tuna just keep producing. Like, it's so wide, it's so vast, it's so deep. Like, our oceans, what we got, 7 oceans? Our oceans fund every restaurant in the world, and out of our oceans. So that's how I look at it, like ocean deep. I look at my life as like above and beyond abundance. And I realize, like, But out of everything that I've been blessed to give my wife and my children, and like last night my wife was sleeping, and I was on my Instagram story making jokes about how I gotta sit real still. If I'm sitting up and she fall asleep, I don't move until she wake herself up and like to roll or adjust or turn. And I'll sit like that sometimes 30 minutes to an hour. Probably 30 minutes, but it feels like an hour. And while she was sleeping, I Apple Pay her $300. And I know that's not a lot of money for you because you're rich, but like a couple days before that, I sent her $250, and a couple days before that, I sent her $1,200, and a couple days before that, I sent her $1,000. And every time I think about it, if I get a blessing, if I get hired, I get a consulting gig, a ghostwriting gig, or author consulting, whatever it is, a coaching, I send her money. For her to, she don't have to pay any of the house bills, but I send her money so she could either, buy her something new. She take care, she'll do her cosmetic stuff. I pay for that too, but she may want to do something different, something extra, and she'll put some of her money with it, or sometimes she don't want me to pay for it. Like I'm paying for it because I'm giving her the money, but she don't say, hey, I want to shop with this. Can you give me more money for that? No, she'll spend it on, her cosmetic, like she do facials and stuff, micro needling, stuff like that, and then she'll buy her some new clothes or new this or that. But in the midst of that, I'm still buying her outfits, buying her clothes, sending her, the face treatment she wanted to do the other day was $1,250. So I sent her that specifically for that, on top of what I sent her. And I do that, for my kids. And they all look at it like, wow, this so much money. Like, this is like, man, like, why are you doing this? Like, my son, my oldest, my 18, I did something for him. He was like, Dad, I can't take it. He's like, Dad, no, what's going on? Like, who are you? Like, man, you being too nice. You blessing me too much. And I can't take it. No, because he wanted to have his villain arc. He wanted to have that narrative of, my dad is against me. My dad is too hard on me. My dad don't want to see me win. He wanted to have that, but then when he had to come to the realization that, like, no, that's not who I am, and that's not what I want. Like, I love you. And when he seen me go to war for him against the soccer club that tried to screw him over, tried to ruin his career, when he seen me file a lawsuit and pay a lawyer $17,000 for 1 week worth of work, when he seen me spend $10,000 to fly to California to meet with the GM of the entire organization, and when he seen me do that, and when he seen me send 800 emails to Division I coaches, when he seen me in the midst of my busy schedule and everything I got going on, I'm handling his recruiting. I'm doing everything, and I'm helping him because I want him to get straight A's. And that's his goal, to get straight A's and to win his games. Sleep right, eat right, live right, do right, be pleasing to God. Let me handle the other stuff. So when he saw that, he like, man, my dad loved me. Without a shadow of a doubt, he understand I love him. And then when he see me allow him to do things that he want to do, that I don't necessarily want him to do, but because he's a grown man now, and I still pay for it, it show him a different type of love, because he's not forcing me. He don't want me to get this tattoo, but I want to get this tattoo. And he's my dad, and he's still my guardian, and I'm still a dependent. But he is paying for me to do something that he could care, that he doesn't really like or want me to do. And that's love. And that's how God will do us sometimes. He'll bless us. I was praying. Lord, let me be an NBA life coach. Let an NBA team hire me, and God let it happen. And then I realized it was probably one of the worst things to ever do in my life. But God let it happen because I wanted it so bad. But he let me have it, and he didn't let it kill me. He didn't let it destroy my marriage and destroy my fatherhood, but it almost did. It came close. It took me away from my family so much. But it was like he let me get it to show me that not everything that you want is what you need. Not everything you want is good for you. This one of the moms from our program, the nonprofit. Hey, we building up. We getting ready to build. So, hey, y'all look out for us. Think about us. Pray on it. We need your help. We need your help. We was able to help them boys last year, and everybody was like, Tony, how you did that? I said, my supporters on YouTube. My supporters on YouTube helped me. But I got some else exciting news coming up for y'all. Some exciting news, another opportunity. And I'm going to keep building, keep grinding this year. But hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. I just needed to hit my hour goal for the day. Did that. So sometimes I just be talking. So yes, y'all got to understand. Some people like, oh, this don't make no sense. This. I make it deeper than it got to be, because I like to talk for an hour. I like to teach for an hour for the people who really want to go deep, and for the people who really want to learn, and for the people who utilize my content for while they cooking, while they cleaning, while they sleeping, while they driving, while they working. I try to make long form content intentionally. But God bless you. Keep your head up. Solopreneur Mastermind, we enrolling now. Visit TonyGassAcademy.com. As soon as you get that tax return, that's why I left it open for you, because y'all asked me, Tony, please leave it open so we don't get started till April. It's a 9-month program. Help you build your business, teach you everything that I know. And anything you feel like I'm holding back, feel free to ask me when we do our Zooms. We're doing 2 Zooms a month. So, hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. I'll see you soon.